your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Understand? Number 1, step forward.
Welcome to the 2023 SAIT Film Festival.
Number 2, step forward.
The entire thing was a bunch of crap. Lined up with a bunch of fools because they just so happened to work at the after party. Really, it was the cops' fault, though. You don't put people like that in a room together. Who knows what can happen?
Welcome to the SAIT 2023 Film Festival.
Ate it at the rave. If you ask me, it was poison. A lot of shady figures there. They brought in all the prime suspects.
It feels good, man. It feels good, right? Yo, I'm in the light at the end of the tunnel. Paper stacks, yeah, I got them in the bundles. Harry Potter breaking bread with the muggles. They said I wouldn't make it, now they looking puzzled. They said I wouldn't take it, how to go and hustle. Get the bag, it ain't never getting fumbled. In the jack, but we came up from the bottom. Through the cracks, let the light pour in. Have a blast, let the drinks pour in. Take a risk like it's a short thing. Going in, yeah, I'm going all in. Getting food out, yeah, you can bring a friend. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. I just do see you laters, no goodbyes. New flows, new highs. Through the dark clouds, see the blue skies. It will be I, just you wait.
What type of lawyer are you?
A damn good one.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
Are we serious?
Yeah, it's a serious matter.
So, why am I here?
1 winner, 33 losers, and I ate losers for breakfast.
Well, it's a crazy, messed up world, and we're all just barely floating along, waiting for some guy who can walk on water.
Who's that?
No more questions.
Who's that next?
No more questions.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Which is on the 24th of April.
Oh.
So the 14th will have already been passed. Yes, this is our intro video.
There's no tooth fairy.
There's no Easter bunny.
And there is no Queen of England.
And I was planning to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
The guy up in St. John's. He's the one I think who did it. You're a shady bunch.
I have to write to a lawyer.
You can go whenever you want.
Perfect. We leave immediately.
But what about dinner?
We leave in 5 hours.
Life's like a movie, lights, camera, action. Put your mind to it, live the life that you imagine. Life's like a movie, lights, camera, action. Started out with nothing, now I'm big. Yeah, they try to stop me.
Every day I wake up, something else is crashing down. It's the new age, no one has to know about you now. Weren't you told by your mother where to stick your nose? You think they want your green? No, they just want your soul. Yeah, they tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree. Stirring up the storm to show you what you want to see. Freedom comes in a cost that none of us can afford. But all of us are hungry and we need some more. Oh yeah, we need some more. Oh yeah, we need some. It's the dark age covered by a raging fire. When you look behind, it's only getting higher. Listen to the scream, but they're hiding the truth. And when they wanna sing, they'll never ask you. Yeah, they tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree, stirring up the storm. They show you what you wanna see. Freedom comes at a cost that none of us can afford, but all of us are hungry and we need some. Oh yeah, we need some more. Oh yeah, we need some more. Take it in from all the different sides. Feeding you the reasons of their lives. Yeah, they tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree, stirring up the storm to show you what you want to see. Freedom comes at a cost that none of us can afford, but all of us are hungry and we need some. Yeah, they tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree, stirring up the storm to show you what you want to see. Freedom comes at a cost that none of us can afford, but all of us are hungry and we need some. Yeah, they tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree, stirring up the storm to show you what you want to see. Freedom comes at a cost that none of us can afford, but all of us are hungry and we're hungry now.
The Board of Glass Industries is claiming the crime rates in the lower levels of Azure City are being artificially inflated by their competitor. AC News has been unable to confirm this claim.
I try not to be a cliche, but maybe the old detectives had it right. Talking out your case, even to a voice memo, is weirdly cathartic. In all honesty, I should have never taken this one, messing around with rich people. The rich and powerful of this city think they own folks like us. I knew the fella was trouble from the moment he walked through my door.
You're Miss Church?
Alex, or Church. Miss makes me sound like an old lady.
My apologies.
And you are?
Oscar. Oscar Glass.
As in Oscar Glass of Glass Industries. As in the company that owns half of Azure City?
Yes, that Oscar Glass.
What are you doing down here?
I heard you're the person to talk to when things get weird.
You came to the right place. What can I do for you?
I'm sure you've heard of the Azure Vault, at least on billboards.
Sure, your luxury hotel experience in the heavens.
Yes, it's expensive and sophisticated and, most importantly, safe.
For those prices, you'd hope so.
Expect so. Or guess expect it.
If you're here, I'm guessing all is not well in the land of plenty.
Indeed. I'm not sure you know the details down here, but the vault only refers to the upper floors of the hotel. Those floors are used exclusively for our special locked-in events. 2 days ago, we accepted exactly 33 guests. But when the doors opened last night, there were only 32 that exited.
So someone left before they locked the doors? Or maybe someone miscounted the guests.
The missing person is my elder sister, Natalie. According to the staff, she entered her private rooms on the first night and then never left.
Does anyone else have access to those rooms?
Just the family.
I take it there were no other family members inside the event?
The only glasses left are me, my sister.
That does complicate things.
Will you take the case? I will pay you twice the amount that's on that card if you can find Natalie.
When do I start?
I've had a key made for you. We'll give you access to the entire hotel. I'll have someone meet you in the lobby at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Hey, before you go, who told you about me? You said you heard about me.
Detective Merrill.
I should have known better. Anyone could see this was gonna be a mess.
Ma'am? 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 You're the detective.
Yeah? And you are?
Murphy. Ma'am.
Just Alex. Or Church.
Very well, Detective Alex. Mr. Oscar asked me to meet you here. I am to escort you and help you with anything you may need.
Just you and me, huh?
Detective.
All right. Lead the way.
Zurich Hotel is strictly non-smoking.
Not today, Murphy. Not today.
Please.
Where is everyone?
There were a number of scheduled layoffs last week.
Scheduled by who? Natalie or Oscar?
Officially, Miss Natalie.
Unofficially?
Miss Natalie loves this hotel. Especially the vault, it's her pet project. She hired the staff personally and they love her in return. But she's had some issues before of drug-related nature.
So when she was distracted, Oscar laid them off.
Mr. Oscar fixes things when he has the chance. He especially laments the quality of the employees with the Zurich Hotel.
Right. So he fixes things. Sure.
It might seem harsh, but it's a harsh world. Miss Natalie can be too kind-hearted at times. She's a terribly sensitive person, you see.
Thus the drug problem. So do you think Natalie's off on some bender?
It has happened before.
So Natalie and Oscar, do they not usually see eye to eye? Or is this hotel special?
Mr. Oscar, he's an artist. He always has been. He's not interested in the business, but he has a talent for it. Miss Natalie inadvertently keeps leaving things into his hands all the time. I believe this has caused quite a lot of tension. All told, the vault is the top 7 floors of the building. The highest is reserved for the family. I assume Mr. Oscar gave you a method of ingress?
A method of what?
Entrance.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. Hey, while I'm taking a look around, can I get a list of staff for the event? I have a guest list, but that's it.
Of course.
Oh, and is there a log to the door to the top floor?
There is. However, it's terribly boring.
I still need to see it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, of course, Detective. I found the log of stuff for you.
Great. Hey, what kind of drugs does Natalie use?
I couldn't tell you the names myself, but I have seen her with an inhaler, device, and pills.
Ever seen this before?
I don't think I've seen something like
This
that.
isn't rich people pill popper drugs, so that doesn't shock me. What does surprise me is that it's here at all.
What is it?
Neon. I'm sure there will be news articles about it soon enough, but this is some rough stuff.
So it is worse than I thought.
The hell is this?
Pardon?
There's an access hatch under the sink.
Yes. You can find them all across the hotel.
How's this open?
No. Are you? Absolutely not.
The latch is already unlocked, Murphy.
What is it?
Grim way to go out. Drowning in the dark like that. But certainly not the worst body I've ever found. Still, something about all of it felt wrong. It was like an itch under my collar.
Tragedy has struck the Glass family yet again. Natalie Glass was only 28 when found dead in her room of the Azure Hotel. There's been no official reports on the cause of death, but a source from inside the police department suggests the new dangerous drug called neon might be responsible.
Hey, Freddie. I need you to do me a solid. Yeah, I'll send you your fee this time. Well, I need some background checks done. A whole dozen of them, actually. And I need them done fast. It's like I said. I had an itch. And I needed to scratch it. One way or another. Natalie Glass had died alone. Alone in the cold and dark of that water tank, on drugs she'd probably never touched before. I needed to know why.
On your call, you said you solved my sister's murder. How could it be murder?
Coming from the funeral?
No, I was in a meeting.
Because you're the new head of Glass Industries.
Not by choice.
Right. Because you're the artist. No interest in business or power.
Is this going somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Did you want to take a seat?
I'll stand.
When you said you got my name from Detective Marrow, I knew something was up.
I did get your name from Detective Marrow.
Oh, I know. But Marrow hates my guts. He thinks I'm only in this for the money. He thinks the fact that the police chief listens to me at all is appalling.
I don't see what this has.
Just wait. I'm getting there.
Boss.
See, the night after I found her body, a few things kept bugging me. Like, who closed the cabinet doors? And did Natalie seriously decide to just take some street drugs and then shut herself up in a water tank for a swim?
Street drugs?
So I started digging. The day Natalie went missing was one day after you'd decided to lay off half the staff of the Azure Hotel, which meant that your better educated new staff had to be brought in for the event, including a man listed on the manifest as Gerald Ellis. Except you and I both know Gerald doesn't exist.
If some fraud faked his credentials to get into the vault, I certainly had no one.
Seriously? It took me one illegal background check to work it out. Besides, you and I both know the truth. Because you're Gerald Ellis.
Are you really accusing me of murdering my own sister?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. You disguised yourself as Gerald, went to her rooms that night, then forced her to take the drugs you bought. Maybe at gunpoint. Maybe you convinced her. Hard to say. Then you either forced or convinced her to get in the water tank. You planted the remaining drugs and left the room. You hired me knowing I'd find the drugs and the body. But you figured a low-life private eye like me wouldn't look into it any further. Especially with the amount of money you gave me.
That's ridiculous. Pure conspiracy theory dribble.
Is it? Only part I couldn't figure out is how you doctored those logs. Your biometrics would let you into the room, of course, but the door should have logged that. So I went back last night to take another look at the logs. I went through that door dozens of times, letting the police through and the medical examiner. The door should have logged that. Except it didn't. This key bypasses the lock entirely.
You can't prove any of it, you know. And even if you could, it wouldn't end well for you.
Threats. You? Now. Kiddo, this is not the street to be making threats on. See, you made a mistake coming to me. Because you're right. I am a lowlife. You're rich. No court in the world is going to send you to jail on my word. But you came down out of your sky palace. So I may have mentioned my theory to those workers of yours you laid off last week. You know, the ones that really love your sister and hate you. And maybe I told them just where to find you today. Down here. In the muck. Where no one is gonna help you. Not even him.
No one will dare touch me.
Little boy, you have a lot to learn about the world. Now get the hell out of my office.
What a waste of money. Waste of life.
Don't sweat it. Let's just go.
No, I should own that guy. I should own that building. I should own her.
No, boss.
Does she know who I am? I'm Oscar Glass. Glass Industries. Own most of the city.
Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, because I'm Oscar Glass. I'm Oscar Glass.
Oscar
Look at me.
Glass.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at me. I'm a wild animal.
Let's just go, okay?
I mean, of course I could have turned him in.
What's the
Oh.
I'm not scared of you.
But in this world, he's right.
Oscar, we have to go now.
What are you talking about? You take them. Deal with them.
It wouldn't have stuck.
Oscar? Good luck.
The rich and powerful of this city think they own folks like us.
Okay, all right. I understand why we're all here. You know, like I can pay you. You know, it was just business. All right. No, I am Oscar Glass. Oscar Glass. I can do things. I am Oscar Glass. I am Oscar Glass.
But sometimes they get what's coming to them.
Oscar Glass was found beaten and high on neon in the lower levels of Azure City. Rumors suggest board members of Glass Industries will be voting on whether to remove him from his leadership position. When AC News reached out to the Glass family, we were explicitly told there would be no comment at this time.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Leo.
Sam. Samantha.
This your major?
No, linguistics you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
you might think about what is the future of surgery? Wouldn't it be wonderful? The robot to recreate the sight and the sound and the touch of surgery at a remote workstation.
NeuroArm became so impactful.
Knowing that we're working on creating technology that is going to help people.
NeuroArm are being incorporated into other robotic systems.
It is so globally inspiring to all robot enthusiasts, medical students, surgeons, industrial partners to make the program much more stronger and more sustainable into the future.
Well, NeuroArm is a tele-capable robot. That means a surgeon, using what are called hand controllers, can control a machine at a remote site. That machine can include things like tremor filters, or it can include sensors that provide feedback, so the surgeon at the workstation would have superb precision, accuracy, and feedback during the performance of a task. So if you look back on surgeons over the past 100 years, they stand at the surgical or operating table and conduct surgery using hand-eye coordination. If you think of a machine-assisted surgical procedure can assess your performance and help to improve it, you would be thinking about standardization of procedure. When we had the idea that it would be neat to have such a machine, we went and visited Doc Seaman and his two brothers. That provided capital. It is with that such a capital that one can begin the complexity of a project called Project NeuroArm. After we did visit Doc Seaman, we made a phone call to a company called McDonald, Detweiler and Associates. Canadians know that company as the builders of Canadarm, Canadarm 2, and a robot called the Special Purpose Dexterous Manipulator that is positioned on the International Space Station. McDonald, Detweiler and Associates enthusiastically were interested in the idea. And I think if we could all conclude that if you can build a robot for the complex environment of space, you ought to be able to build a robot that can go into an MR imaging machine and conduct neurosurgery.
Growing up, I was normal. I had nothing wrong. I was healthy. And then when I hit 21, I started to feel this big lump in my face, and it was just growing and growing and growing. So I went for a CT scan, and that's when it showed that I had just like tumors all over my brain and down my spine. And that's when I got diagnosed with neurofibromatosis too. I had no idea what to think. No idea, because I had no idea what it meant until they said, you could have multiple tumors all over your brain, which is scary, because automatically you think, oh God, I'm gonna die.
The robot was used for partial resection of that tumor that was also resected using conventional technique. So that would have to be the biggest moment, because it clearly showed the project met its requirements.
We've had fantastic patient outcomes when we've used Project NeuroArm. That's our goal at the end of the day, is to do the best for the patients, and we want to send them home happy and healthy.
And I think when we think about NeuroArm, the team was very big.
Being part of the large group, the large body of interdisciplinary team members.
Working together, they can build a complex entity in a relatively short time.
Project NeuroArm is a program. It's a medical robotics program, and it is continually evolving. It's continuously growing.
Use technology to improve people's quality of life.
I feel like my surgeon saved my life. Hopefully helped people who have my disease, and I hope that it helps people who need surgery in the future. And I know that with my son having NF2 as well, I know they'll save his too.
If you look at NeuroArm's patents, they've been cited by individuals around our globe thousands of times. That means aspects of NERM are being incorporated into other robotic systems that people are building everywhere, and that Calgary community all participating in the development of something that is meaningful and that would impact not only patient care here in Calgary, but through such a global uptake of technology.
May Wild was always meant to be a villain. Everyone said so, but May wanted none of it.
Damn it. Hi again, May.
On behalf of the fate of the universe, we at the Assignment Bureau are once again contacting you, May Wild, in regards to your destiny as a Class B3 villain, subtype scientist. You are currently 3 years and 2 months behind on your destiny.
Very slippery moving out here to nowhere. Nothing interesting ever happens nowhere. But you're something, and you're happening. So this might actually be somewhere now.
All right. Well, you found me. Message delivered. Now go away.
Actually, we can't do that anymore. The Bureau says we have to stay here with you until you embrace your destiny.
Then I guess we're all staying here in the middle of nowhere.
No, Leo's right. Well, it's probably somewhere now.
I'm not leaving, and I'm certainly not doing any villain stuff.
Well, the villain stuff might come to you.
Yeah, we have seen it. Reluctant villain.
Doesn't want to leave home.
And safety.
Oh yes, also safety.
Yeah, which of course, we at the Bureau, we empathize with.
Oh yeah, safety's great. Yeah. Lots of people say so. Mm-hmm. Rave reviews.
Yeah, but they always have to go anyway, so.
Fate comes a-knocking.
If you're staying here, you have to pay for your own food and...
Okay, you're just being ridiculous. You need to get on with it, okay? Everybody is waiting.
How about you, foul witch? I know this is your abode. Surrender now for your treachery.
Dax, Leo, did you tell her where I live?
No.
Nope. But this is definitely somewhere now.
Okay, I surrender.
What?
I surrender for whatever it is you're arresting me for.
Can heroes arrest people?
It depends on the kind of story.
Oh. What kind of story is this?
That is very, very unclear, isn't it?
Very.
We're supposed to fight.
Because
I'm the chosen one. And I'm supposed to save the world from you.
Oh well, I like the world just how it is. I mean, we could use a little bit more empathy and a little less sword fighting, but otherwise I'm pretty fond of the whole venture.
You are, May Wild, right? The mad scientist?
I have a doctorate in physics, and I feel pretty sane, but yeah, sure.
Right. Well, you're the one that I'm supposed to track down.
Tell you what, come back next year, maybe I'll be homicidal or something then, but honestly, just now I really only have plans to grow vegetables, drink tea, and read books.
What am I supposed to do until then?
Don't you have other villains to stop?
No, just you.
Oh, well, you can move here too, I suppose. That way you can keep an eye out in case I go all villain.
Okay, I mean, I have always wanted to live in a cottage with a lot of flowers.
I like flowers.
Yeah. We can start digging holes for the support beams tomorrow over there.
Oh, no. Just wait, okay? Just wait. You are being tempted by the villain.
I mean, I was never really into the whole hero thing. It sounded like a lot of pain, and I do not like pain, so.
So Hope and Leo built their house. May Wild continued to not be a villain, and everyone was happy. Well, everyone but Dax, that is.
Tyler? Lyle, will you love me for the rest of our lives and take my hand in marriage?
Love, what if I told you I've been sinking in my sleep? Still lost in that moment, just a fading memory. And I would do anything just to feel close to you. And I would give anything just to rewrite the truth. I wish you could stay one more night, 'cause I'm over the edge and I can't hold this back. Won't you stay one more night? I still can't believe you're a memory to me. I've been silently trying to hold on to fractions of images, and light is a feather. The sound of your breathing clouds my mind. Is this a dream? I'm over the edge and I can't hold this back. Won't you stay one more night? I still can't believe you're a memory to me. I still can't believe you're a memory to me. I still can't believe you're a memory to me.
That's the stuff. Thanks, Lana. You're the best.
Anything for you, Cam?
Good morning, Lana. Did you leave my coffee in the break room?
Sorry, Mr. Miller. If you want, I can go back.
No, it's okay. I'll be fine without it. Just try to remember for next time. All right? If you don't, it'll mocha me very sad. Get it, mocha? Mocha.
Boo yourselves! You wouldn't understand real comedy if it hit you in the face! You suck! You swallow!
I assume you want the usual?
Put it on my tab, Gare.
You got some good laughs, stranger, but you stink of failure.
Failure? Well, I hardly knew her.
I like you. I haven't laughed like that in ages.
You like my jokes. Well, you'd be the first. Here. No, you keep it. I got no use for it anymore.
You are too kind, Mr. Miller. You know what? To hell with it.
Hey, just because I'm wasted doesn't mean I want to do coke with you, lady. I ain't a drugs kind of guy.
Hello? I don't use them. Ugh.
Remember the word. Okay?
Morning, Mr. Miller. I'm so sorry. I forgot again. Tomorrow.
No, it's okay. At this point, you forgetting my coffee has just become part of my daily routine. Deja vu, more like deja brew. Wow. Thank you, Lana. I feel like I really needed a win today. Okay, it was good. It wasn't that good. You don't need to do this for my sake. Lana. Lana! Huh? Hush.
Goodbye.
What the hell was up with her? And why did I say hush? Guess I was just too punny for her to handle. Hush? This is unreal. It can't be me who just did that. My face is a little red. One could say I'm kind of flushed. Hush.
Oh, what the fuck?
What do you want, Sai?
My ex-wife still misses me.
Huh?
But her aim is getting better.
What? I don't get it. What does that mean? Babe? Oh my god. Are you okay? Why don't you get your inhaler?
just don't understand how this happened. Why, God? Why?
I'm so sorry. I'll never use these cursed powers again. I promise.
You can come in if you want. I wouldn't mind the company.
You and I both know that's a bad idea. Marcy, I'll always be here for you, but not like that. We didn't work.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really get each other, did we? Thanks again, Sai. Take care. Please, I don't have anything. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Just keep moving, man.
I'm cool. We're all cool. Just take the wallet and leave the girl alone.
Throw it over. What have you got in the purse, too?
Hey, did you hear the one about the bicycle that fell over? They said it was too tired.
Every September 19th, millions of people give up being boring and come to life as the gods of the sea intended.
Ahoy, matey! It be talk like a pirate day. What be you doing? Arr!
Hazara is our own beautiful custom tradition, beautiful clothing.
Over the past 5,000 years, it's been mixed into it, different cultures all around to become what it is today.
Everything is so colorful and so different from every other culture. I call myself a proud Hazara. Hazaras just hold such a different meaning. Despite all of the challenges they faced, they got back up, they rebuilt the life that they lost. And to me, that just kind of means like, you know, if I'm dealing with something that may be difficult, I know I'll get through it. Hi, so in Farsi we say salam. My name is Bahar Niazi. I'm originally from Baghlan, Afghanistan, and then I came to Canada in 2013. I was one of the fortunate ones that came here. I call myself a nature photographer. I'm also a graphic designer, mainly in posters, logos for small businesses.
My name is Sarah. I'm a 22-year-old Afghan girl who was born and raised in Canada. My family is from Hazara ethnicity, so.
My name is Shanaz Sheikh Mohammed. I'm from Kabul, Afghanistan. I'm studying nursing, so I'm a nursing student right now. I love to travel. I've been to Afghanistan a couple of times. I've been to Turkey.
I have a dream of traveling the world since I am a Canadian citizen, and I'm proud to call that. I have the freedom as a girl to be able to travel the world.
The Hazaras are the third largest ethnic group in Afghanistan. They usually live in the mountainous regions of Afghanistan, known as Hazarajat. And then within the Hazarajat regions is provinces such as Bamyan, Ghazni, Uruzgan, Padwan.
We have our own cultural dresses, music, and our own dialect of Farsi.
One of the most beautiful things would be our language, Farsi.
We speak Dari or Hazaragi, which is a dialect of Farsi. So the only difference between Dari and Hazaragi is the accent.
There's so many delicious food. One of my favorite is Kabuli Palau.
Kabuli Palau. Kabuli is like a rice dish with like carrots and raisins. It's like super good. It's sweet and salty. We eat mantu. Mantu is kind of like a dumpling dish with like meat inside.
We have haftmewa, that's 7 dry fruits that we usually serve in Nowruz.
Nowruz, which is the first day of spring. That kind of marks our New Year's.
Not all Afghans celebrate. It's mainly Shia Muslim that celebrates Nowruz.
We make haftmewa, it's pistachios, almonds, dried plums, just soaked in like sugared water, and then
we give it to our neighbors, to our relatives, just to have a sweet New Year. Really love to dance. If you go to Afghan weddings, everybody's going to be on the dance floor dancing. That is something that we love. That's like our source of enjoyment. Atan, that's a traditional Afghan dance.
So that's usually men and women, they wear their traditional clothes and they usually dance around a circle. Everyone sits down and then usually the 2 people will go and they'll just dance in the middle.
And then we flip our hair, we jump, we follow the music.
For music, we have 2 special instruments. One is called the dambura and one is called a doira. The dambura is usually like a long-necked instrument, kind of like a guitar. People usually sing poems, just kind of conveying like their suffering and the pain that they've gone through in the past. And then the doira is kind of like a drum, and that's usually played during celebrations, so like weddings, Nowruz. Hazaragi clothing is more simpler compared to the decked-out Afghan dresses. It kind of has just more like simple stitching. It's more subtle, it's more neutral, full and nice. Sometimes you just need a simple dress. Yeah.
It has a very beautiful embroidery. A lot of Afghan women make that clothing. My biggest culture shock would be I moved from Afghanistan to Pakistan, and both countries are a very collectivistic country. It has that system, it has that tradition. And Canada is a very individualistic country. It's very quiet outside. Every time you step outside, you don't see anybody. But when I was in Afghanistan and in Pakistan, there's a lot of people outside. You mingle, you make a lot of friends easily. So that is something that I've struggled here, because I have to push myself to do everything. Where back, it's more everybody pushes you, everybody helps you to grow.
In like Hazarajat region, specifically like Bamyan, life there is really different. For example, Hazaras are very hardworking people. A lot of people would make their own homes. They would actually make mud houses. They make their own clothing. Here, like if I was to get like a jug of milk, I'd go to the grocery store and get a jug of milk, right? But back home, like you have to go and you have to milk cows, and everything is just so like organic, and like you have to kind of do everything on your own there.
The Hazaras are the ethnic minority in Afghanistan, Pashtuns being the majority. Since they're the ethnic minority, they have faced a lot of problems.
They're probably the most targeted group of Afghans.
They're brutalized, discriminated, and they're not safe. Based on my knowledge, it's been going on for over 130 years. It's been happening, but it never got the chance to be in front of the media.
When Abdurrahman came into rule in 1880, he absolutely despised Hazaras because of our facial features.
Our features look more Eastern Asian, smaller eyes, smaller nose, flatter face. So it does look really different than the typical like Afghan look. That's how people usually set us.
Other thing is, a majority of Hazaras are Shia Muslims. Shiism is the second largest sect of Islam. In Afghanistan, majority of people are Sunni. So when the king ruled and conquered Afghanistan, he wanted to only enforce Sunnism in the country. Not only were a lot of them killed and slaughtered, a lot of them were displaced as well.
He killed off 60% of the Hazara population and committed mass genocide on our people. So that's part of the reason why we're such a minority today in Afghanistan, because most of our people were wiped away.
After that era, life was good for them up until 1994 when Taliban came. They didn't conquer Kabul, which is the capital, until 1996. So back at that time, my parents got married, and it was just a really tough situation at the time, because when my dad explains it to me, it's so heartbreaking, because they got married and then a couple of days after, they had to leave. So, Taliban did not like Hazaras because they were Shia, because, we look different, and they basically were killing them. Your punishments were pretty much being slaughtered or going to prison, even slavery too. It was either they stay and he gets killed or he moves. In Bamyan, Buddhism was practiced there too. So again, when the Taliban came, they completely destroyed the Buddha statues because they only wanted Sunnism to be practiced there. So they destroyed the Buddhas in 2001. So yeah, it was pretty much as for Hazaras, it's pretty much ethnic cleansing, and yeah, it was devastating.
You're not safe to express your religion the way you want to, and the recent Kabul attack is a very prominent proof that it will continue to happen.
There's Sunni Hazaras as well. How would you know if they're Sunni or Shia? It's happening to all of us.
The attack that happened in a Hazara maternity clinic, so a lot of mothers and babies passed away. There was also another attack in a school. It's called Kaj Education Center. And so many young Hazaras, educated Hazaras, were killed.
Through my siblings and through my mom and dad, they have had many stories that they have been bullied, they have been discriminated while they were going to school from their fellow other ethnicities that are in Afghanistan.
I remember when the Taliban took over again, it was I felt like history was repeating itself again. Not only for the Hazara community, all the Afghans were affected by this. And as for my cousins living back home, a couple months ago, Taliban declared that women can no longer seek education. And once I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, you took everything from them now.
It was getting better for some time, but then after the Taliban came back, it just looks like it's getting worse. And the attacks are getting more extreme on us.
I don't know what should I say, because it's very hard to speak about it, because I remember one of my aunts told me that how we women in Afghanistan, especially Hazara women, we were unsafe. And she told me so many horrific stories that I don't think I'm comfortable to disclose that, but we have never been accepted to call ourselves as an Afghan. With that being said, we never got the equal opportunity, equal recognition, and we have still been struggling, especially women. They're not safe to go out and have freedom to education and have freedom to voice out their opinion A lot of us has migrated to Canada, to Germany, to a lot of European countries. About 9% has left in Afghanistan.
It was honestly a really big shock. I did not know that people could be so cruel. Put yourself in their shoes. It's like we are both Afghan Hazara girls who go to school and have the privilege of studying here. So when you see that right being taken away from girls who look like us, and that could have been us, it's really sad. It breaks your heart. Born and raised in Canada, just even waking up and going to school, driving to school, knowing I'm safe is such a big privilege. I can never take that for granted, and I never will. And it's like, if I can get that, why can't they have that too, you know? I feel so guilty that sometimes I just feel so helpless. And yeah, it just makes me very upset.
The situation in Afghanistan, we are not a very progressive country, and we were never progressive because of the constant war. It never got the chance to be in front of the media, and it's happening now. It's starting to get better in a sense that we as a Hazara, we're getting recognized. So many Hazara girls have protesting their voice in capital city of Afghanistan, in Kabul. They're going on the streets, they're raising their voice as a woman. That is a very brave thing to do.
So in August 2021, when the Taliban came, there was an international world protest going on for Afghanistan. It started in California. I know a couple of girls who organized it. A couple Afghans in the community, we got together. There was about 7 of us, and we organized this protest through Instagram. We got in contact with the people who were organizing it. There was protests going on all over Canada, all over America, the UK, Europe, and it was just really nice to see the whole world stand up for Afghanistan. And we also did a march in City Hall. It was a huge success. So many people came out, and it wasn't only Afghans, which is nice because, with this, you don't have to be Afghan to stand up for something like this. It's just being human, standing up for humanity. So it was nice. It turned out amazing.
We want our girls to have the same opportunity as boys. Give us the freedom to education, to give us the freedom to be a part of Afghanistan, to be accepted.
Being a Hazara means being strong and knowing that you'll get through things,
that no matter what challenges or hardships I face, I know that I will get through it. They've gone through so much pain and suffering, and they've made so many sacrifices in the past, and they've managed to pick themselves up and start again. If they can do it, so can I.
Aware of the differences that we have and try to embrace it and accept Hazara people as one of the Afghan.
Defend the truth, stand up for what's right. There's so many voices out there that cannot be heard, so many Hazara women that cannot speak. They have a story that we'll never hear. Being in a privileged country like this, as an Hazara woman myself, we should stand up for those who do not have a voice.
Hey!
Hi.
How's it going?
Great, how are you?
All right.
How's the edit going?
That's fun. Hey guys.
Hi.
How's the edit going?
What did you even do on set?
I think what's hard when you're in a role like this is that you have to separate your personal life with your professional life. There are moments that I do get frustrated or disappointed, but that's on the crew side of things. That's when you say quiet on set and no one listens, or if you're trying to communicate to people and they're disregarding you, it's hard.
Our talent
has been trying to send us emails all week. We've got none of those emails. They've all bounced back to her. And it was her saying that she has to leave between like, what, 1:30 and 5 today? And she's in every single one of our shots.
Not every single shot.
Basically every single shot that we had planned today. So we just need to work around our scheduling.
Kendra seems to have it on lock. It doesn't seem to be affecting much.
Let's go to day 4 and do the Oscar scenes that we have.
Yeah, that works.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather stay to this day versus like the next day.
I was up all night making a like cybernetic thing with my 3D printer. So that was like a 20-hour print. They never used it, but you know, it was whatever. I'll make sure it's in the background somewhere. So that was, I did something.
This Hawkins is called Carlos. Yeah, the Hawkins.
Is anyone going to be in here right now? We
They can
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
I'm always stressed. I live like here. Yeah. So I do not understand the public. We have signs saying filming is happening right now, but no, I'm just gonna drive my car in right where there's a stand. That makes sense. Like there's a whole light. Let's just move it for them, and then they get out and walk out like nothing happened.
So Kendry?
Don't understand that, but okay.
We sent him a notice, right? Like we must have sent him a notice. They know we're filming here, and he just fucking ripped in.
Yeah.
This would happen.
We just have lights there, but it's fine.
Wait. The security guards did not know we were shooting here, apparently, even though we have our permit, but oh well. So he wanted to remote start his car. It's plus 5 degrees out.
We are way ahead of schedule.
Then a bunch of other security guards decided to all like squad roll up together at the same time.
I think we're doing great on time.
However, we scrapped one of the scenes.
I don't have enough gas in my tank to even get us to the location. Thank God we caught that on time. Now we're on our way back to the place. 36 minutes. We're about to be an hour late. The call time was 2:30.
Honestly, yeah, because we don't need dialogue for.
Yeah. So if you guys don't need dialogue,
sound.
I'm just gonna freaking get room tone right now.
Then let's do that. Let's do that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm slowing down. Chill. It's okay. It's okay. You guys probably heard that car rev. It's fine. It's fine.
Tired. Really tired. All the time.
Riley's actually napping right there, and I was like snoring so loud.
You know, I feel like it was nap time for everyone.
I hope they're okay. Like if they need to stay home that day, like they needed rest, but.
I stole some gaffer tape earlier. Don't tell the grips or the gaffers. No, I didn't steal it.
I am the gaffer.
They didn't tell me that they were shooting, so now I missed another shot. I'm supposed to be updated by people. It makes me feel angry, but also like it was actually my fault. Here we go.
You just missed one take of 6G.
I thought it was supposed to be 8G.
We changed it. Had to happen. At a time.
Listen, sound's already set up. It's been set up.
Hey, how's it going? So we're doing boom sh**. So we're gonna be waiting until everybody clears out on the sides. I'm gonna decide to tape it onto the table or put it on the ground. Okay?
It feels like a lot of talking right here. For
Listen, sound's already set up. It's been set up.
We're gonna try and reshoot 6 hours worth of work that we did yesterday that we lost today in 4 or 5 hours. I'm like stressed. No, I'm kidding. He's telling me about all these shadows that aren't even shadows. He's like being so rude to our talent. Like, do you see this? Do you see this?
And that's a wrap on today in Brand!
Honestly, like I was kind of glad that I was able to take on multiple like editing positions and like projects. I am so stressed right now. What is this? What is this? This is what you guys do on set? Why is the office so loud? Is this even included? Did they even say these lines? Like.
Yeah, so I spent like pretty much the last semester mostly focusing on post because I want to go into post.
How do you shoot
all of this footage and you don't get coverage.
I just don't have any time for anything. Like, I don't know what they're expecting. Like, it's stupid, man. Like,
The floor is a great place to be.
This doc is a lot of pressure. It is about a group of people who haven't been talked about and are going through something very horrific and terrifying and have been. We don't broadcast about, you know, stuff that's happening like in Afghanistan or like the Middle East because like people are just so numb to it.
100 more people that get to see it and 100 more people that could potentially help out in some way. There's so much of this kind of stuff going on in the world, and if we don't hear about it, if we don't see it, we're not going to care and we're not going to do anything. I want this discrimination and this genocide to stop, or I at least want people to be aware of it. Because not a lot of people in my life that I've met know who Hazaras are. They just assume, like, Hazaras are from Afghanistan. They've been like discriminated against in their own country and they've been fled from their own country.
Okay, guys, just for like sake of subject matter and everything, we're gonna ask Gaffer, Grips, and PA to just step out and go upstairs, and we ask that you come back at 6:45.
the fact that we've even finished all these projects, that is a miracle in of itself. Like, it's a miracle that anything gets done in the film industry with how many moving parts there are, and how many different people and everything that gets passed around, all the different stages. Like, the fact that we've completed are close to completing all our projects is something that I think that at least is like something we can all be proud of.
C Block's like a little bit of a family. It was like very weird at first, but I love being in C Block. Everyone works very well together, and we make cool we make really cool stuff.
The people in C Block they really put effort into what they do. All of them are great. I can't even say a single bad thing about anyone in here.
We really connect with each other, and we all seem to have this common ground of just wanting to make good product together. And I feel like it's important to us that we make something good and something that we're proud of, and it really shows in a lot of the outcomes because it's just hard work through and through.
We have here built amazing connections with everybody, and so those connections will continue with us through the industry for like the rest of our careers.
It's just crazy that it's almost over already. Yeah, kind of just like in shock, trying to figure out what to do next.
I'm gonna miss a lot of you guys. I think I made many great friendships, and I hope to be friends with you guys after we graduate. Please don't forget about me.
So I think C Group should be proud of each other, and it's an awesome group. Always have a plan for what you want to do in your career, but realize that you have to modify the plan based on circumstances. But if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So always have a plan, but never forget the people around you who are supporting you. Because without them, it's not worth a damn thing. You guys are awesome.
Life, but unresolved the violence, iron and knife, and push comes to shove, shit can get tight, especially when you ain't got none to rely. Palaging gutom kanya sapik na akong tumighay. Every day I believe this is my time with mine. Subliminal rhyme, my feelings are hard to define. Sa taas ng tingin sa sarili ay akala divine. Kinain ng ego kaya ang inakala I'm getting legitimate shine.
When I was at your age, mama told me don't be late. You're gonna miss all the blessings and you technically will not get paid. You keep on grinding.